Hey, what's up, guys? All right, we're going to do something a little bit different this time. Kuhb over at Kuhb Games reached out to me to play some modified, so we're going to test a couple of decks against Kuhb. If you're not following Kuhb, definitely check him out. Kuhb Games on YouTube. I'll have a link to his channel in the description as well. So this is what I'm going to play for the first set. It's a Thunder Dragon Chaos Control deck with Abyss Soldiers, similar to what I played in the Grand Prix. Couple of changes since then, but we're gonna go ahead and get it going with this one. Let's see how this goes. And Kuhb could be on literally anything. He's a very creative player. Not afraid to go against the grain and try out some rogue strategies. So I think we're going to play pretty textbook here and just look for opportunities to build advantage. Don't really know what he's on, so we're going to start out kind of safe here. We'll use this Reaper to knock check. If he's on something aggressive, we can soak up some damage, and we'll just get this jar down. And we'll hold off. We have good payout cards for this Raigeki break. Yep, okay, so we get a nobleman out of his hand this way. And Sangen's gonna beat down, doing Sangen things. Okay, we pick up Scapegoat. Not really bad. So there's definitely an argument to be made here for maybe hard casting this and then setting him off. But it kind of telegraphs a lot. I'm just going to hope he doesn't have MST set, and we're going to try to turtle up a little bit here. Our hand is a lot of counters. We don't really have anything proactive. It's all kind of reactive right now, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. Normally I would just take the 1,000 from Sangen, but we have this Magician that I might want to get down. And I don't really know how long it's going to take us to find something to kind of take control of the board. And I really don't want to take potentially 4,000 damage between now and then. Alright, so he's going to set and use swords. We're going to draw here. We pick up Tribe. Not really the greatest. Okay, so I think in this position we should fire off the jar. The question is, do we knock first? I think we knock first. Deslakuta. Okay, this is likely some sort of PACMAN strategy. Okay, so we find the Sinister. So this turns our Raigeki break and our Tribe on pretty big. Since it looks like he's going to be on something slower, I'm going to go with Moth R break here. Because I'm fine to recycle Nobleman against a deck like this. Okay. A new set with it. I'm going to try to just Nobleman that face down instead of using my break on it. Make sure he doesn't want to break before I flip or anything. We're going to go ahead and pot in case I change my mind. Abyss might make me change my mind. Graceful, pretty good. Still just going to get the knock because we have another magician. And I just really want to keep him off of these problematic cards. All these little monsters that you can just get a ton of value out of. Okay, so he jammers that. I wasn't expecting that. So that tells me that that's something he really, really wants to protect. Probably a jar. Nope, just another camel. Which is important for that deck. I'm going to go ahead and set him off. I'm not going to set this Saku. I'm not really afraid of him attacking me for too much damage here. Alright, just going to clear out the token. Not giving me a light. Which is understandable. Tsukiyomi is just an absolutely cracked draw here. Pick this back up. The question is, do I graceful here? Yeah, I think it's time. Because we could find like Heavy Storm. Instead we find a lot of cards that are pretty dead in this matchup. Easy throws though, Sinister Saku. Don't really need these Sakus. And we're just farming this thing like crazy. Okay. Still don't think we care about Saku. Don't really need Tomato in this matchup. Can't believe I haven't seen Heavy Storm yet, but we are where we are. I'm going to go ahead and get this Mirror Force down. And we'll just let the swords expire here. Now we have Abyss with Premature. Meta. Sinister's already in the mix. Tsukiyomi is just putting in a ton of work. I'm going to let him kill one of these off to go ahead and secure a light in the yard. We do have Thunder Dragon floating around somewhere, but haven't seen him yet, so get Sinister back. And I mean, we're pretty far ahead here. So the best way to do this now, I really just want to find a Chaos monster and out this Sangan. So we're going to go ahead and play what he knows about. and flip this up. Get the charity. Fire the charity. I'm assuming he doesn't have a way to stop that, or he would have already done it. Okay, we do find Book Nobleman here. So we don't really need that, and I don't actually think Snatch is going to be too good. I don't really want to use Book Nobleman in this position, though, because I don't know what this is. And I may need this book as a quick play to keep this moth rolling. So I'm going to go for this. We're going to swing in, and then I'm going to set that and set this. And in the end phase, pick up Tsukiyomi. I don't want to set Premature Nobleman because they're going to be too valuable in the matchup. Okay, wave motion. Alright. Draw, find another Abyss Soldier. So now I just need to not take too much damage. Really just looking for okay, we've farmed this enough. It's time to start pushing. So we're going to do it this way. So we're just going to make sure this cannon does not blow up in our face. Alright, so there's the jar. And let's go to attacks. Draw phase, standby. We're going to get Sinister. And we're going to declare right away on the cannon. I'm going to summon Suki. Pick up Knock. Yep, there's the bird, and we still have this book to protect. Alright, so we're going to go that route because with everything else we have, as long as we can keep recycling Nobleman, never let him get out in front and start building a board, we can kind of coast to victory here. No reason to rush, we just play tight. Sooner or later we're going to find chaos monsters, I hope. Go ahead and protect them off. There's the cannon. Standby. Going to pick up Sinister. And we're also going to fire this off right away. We're going to hit main phase. And we're going to have lethal next turn. And I'm going to go ahead and set this meta to represent another trap. Alright, Thunder Dragon finally makes its way to our hand. I'm going to do this on that. And then we're going to premature on this guy. And we're going to summon this guy. Alright, got the first one. The Monarch should be quite good here. I actually like what Book does for us, even though it's typically viewed as a defensive card. It lets you play in a way that nothing else really does. I think we actually want the second Suki in this matchup. Torrential is good if he gets out in front, and Dust obviously nice. So we're bringing in 6. I don't think we really need the Sakus. I don't think we care about these tomatoes. It may be correct to keep one Scapegoat, but I think I'm just going to drop both of them. The only other question is, do we want Asura Priest? I don't think Snatch is actually going to be very good for us. We could play something like Asura Priest, and I don't know if we really need Reaper either. We could swap that for another Kaiku in theory, but I'm going to leave it for now in case he's playing Level Limit or Bind. This will just give me another thing to attack under with and pressure his hand at the same time. So we're going to start there. Actually, you know what? I like the Kaiku more than the Asura because Kaiku beats Stealth Bird. So let's try that. Alright, he opens up Pot. We have both our Noblemans, which is just so nice in this matchup. We got Breaker. Yeah, we definitely got options. He's throwing a Jammer. We actually are happy to see that given the composition of our hand. Alright, he gets the cannon down early. With tons of protection, so probably some Solemns down there somewhere. At least one, especially if he tossed the Jammer. He definitely has a way to protect against Heavy Storm where he would not have thrown the Magic Jammer. Let's see if there's anything he wants to do preemptively. Nope. Okay. Let's start out with Pot of Greed. Okay, that's going to get through. I'm going to play the Breaker and see if he lets it go. If he does, I will probably break the cannon and then attack. because I don't really want to just blind break one of those. It's going to be a think on breaker, so you could maybe have torrential or Book of Moon. We're going to hold off on this graceful. He probably doesn't have MST. He likely has like Swarm of Locusts to fill that role. So I think he's a little less likely to end phase catch us with something. Alright, so there's Tribe. And we're just going to let that happen because he could attack over. We can get more value out of this Book of Moon later. Alright, we see the ceasefire, so even though we don't have Dust Sheet, I'm going to check with him in the standby phases. Alright, so he doesn't have Divine Wrath. Okay, I think now we can do this. Maybe he jammers, but I think we have good lines anyway, even if he were to stop this. So there's a couple of things I could do here. I could set the Reaper, let him attack in. When he goes to clear it with Tribe, we book, then we contribute for Zaborg. Or I could play Tsukiyomi and try to run over the Tribe. I think I kind of like the Reaper approach. We'll go ahead and set the break. I'm hoping we don't have to use it. I don't actually have anything in my hand that I want to get rid of. Because I think all of these cards are actually strong in this matchup. Unfortunately, he's got that. So now the question is, do I want to go ahead and break this and maybe just throw out the Zaborg? And I think that's fine. I really just don't want to take too much damage. Because, I mean, this could just be a crap ton of burn. Okay, so the swords comes in. We're not too worried about that. Abyss is almost a good draw. I'm actually going to set this. If he has Breaker here, we're pretty sad. I don't think we get punished too hard otherwise. Okay, well, we're definitely going to have to nobleman here. The question is, do I want to fire this jar off now? I think I do. There's no real reason to wait in this position. I don't think it's likely that I'm going to catch something else with it for the plus, so we'll just cycle. We'll go ahead and get this moth down. I have a book set. I don't want to set the second one. I'm hoping to find Heavy Storm sometime this year. I want to be able to recycle as many things as I can. Alright, so there's the second Suki. Right, we're going to knock here. Right, on the Lakuta, we get that out of the way. Flip them off. We're going to target pot. Alright, he's got the solemn for that. Go ahead and flip up the Abyss Soldier. And try to poke. Right, he's got Mirror Force for that. I'm going to save that. And I'm going to go ahead and set this Tsukiyomi. Yeah, I think that was a good solemn on the Magician, especially after what happened in Game 1. He definitely doesn't want to let me just farm that. That doesn't have a happy ending for PACMAN. Alright, he's just going to wait it out. We pick up another Moth, which is pretty good. Okay, let's see if we get torrential here. Alright, we pick up Sinister, which is pretty nice. Oh. Okay, he actually did have Divine Wrath. That's pretty cool. Alright, so pretty crazy game. Abyss, pretty good into Pac-Man. Drawing a crap ton of cards, pretty good into Pac-Man. Really cool deck he has here with these Wraths, and yeah, pretty solid. Alright, we'll see you for another one.